I get why this dynamic would be tense. So you're dating this guy, and he's got a kid with another woman. Now, that other woman, the baby mama, wants you to never see her kid alone ever again.
What happened when she was with your kid?
That's what we're going to hear in this little email that we got sent to us for a little Mad Mama drama here, mail at kbjshow.com. It says, I currently live with my boyfriend of almost 2 years, and he has a 4-year-old that I help raise. I love him like my own, and I do everything for that kid. Well, the other day, his biological mom came to pick him up because it was her weekend. Well, little man said, hugs and kisses, comes running up to me. We shared a harmless goodbye peck on the lips, and his mom freaked out. She comes busting out of the car, running up to me, going, you're a child molester. Don't you ever kiss my kid on the lips, you freak. I'm calling my lawyer. I just sat there calmly, did not react, and just told little man, hey, have a great weekend. I'll see you a little bit later. Of course, when I got inside, I started bawling. Called my boyfriend. He said, yeah, don't worry about it. She does that kind of stuff. We have baby mama on video screaming at me, getting little man in the car, slamming the door. Then she peels out. So we've got all that. And he's okay with me kissing little man on the lips. My boyfriend is, but obviously the baby mama's not. So now she said, yeah, I don't want him left alone with her in a room. I don't trust her. So now this is going to be causing a lot of issues as I often watch the kid when my boyfriend is at work. So is what I did really wrong?
Okay, first of all, baby mama can't say that. She can't say this woman's not allowed around my kid. Kissing a 4-year-old goodbye as they're leaving is not anything that any court would say is child molestation.
Okay.
These circumstances, the video proof you have of, what happened and how it went down, and no court would ever say that this is child molestation. This is not enforceable.
It seems extreme.
She can continue to throw her fits, and she can continue to be a nut job. And a lot of times this happens in relationships. When you've got a new lover in the picture, your baby mama or your baby daddy doesn't want that kid around the new person. Mm-hmm. But there's no way this would hold up in court.
People don't like kissing on the lips, though. Just keep that in mind. People get weirded out by kissing on the lips when it's what they just do.
Yeah.
Because the reason why people sometimes get weirded out by that, I knew a case where a person kissed a kid on the lips and the kid ended up getting a herpes on the lip. And that's where I think sometimes people get a little nervous. Got a cold sore, and they're pretty sure that the person that kissed the kid on the lip, and it was just a relative, just like a peck, and that was according to them. I wasn't there to see how that happened, but that was the drama.
Interesting.
So I don't know if that goes along with it too. Although she did call her a sex offender, and that's kind of, it seems like the angle she's going with.
She probably has been hoping for something like this to happen because she, I'm sure, despises the girlfriend and would like to see her away from her child, and she probably just gave her the in, and so she's blowing it way out of proportion, trying to make something out of it.
In the future, don't have any affection in front of her, maybe, because she can't handle it and it sets her off, and you don't want that for the kid.
Yeah.
But she can't tell you that you can't be alone with the kid. If she's not a danger to the kid and it's not court ordered, she can yell and scream all she wants. His time is his time. Trust me, I've been through this.
I think you're going to get in trouble with the law with the kiss, but I'm just telling you, I've heard people talk. There's a percentage of people kissing on the lips is such a no-no. It's such a thing that people don't want. At all,
right?
Especially if it's your kid and you don't, you don't know the person like that, and they're kissing your kid's lip. Some people really are set at a high level. I just know those people.
I mean, the comments that we got right now on KBJ TV, Angelica, don't kiss someone's kid on the lips. Shay, don't kiss a child that's not yours on the lips.
See?
I mean, it's just one after another that she shouldn't be doing that. And I said, well, is it bad that she kissed this 4-year-old on the lips? 55% say yes, it is. So a slight majority said that she did the wrong thing. And that might be a note to yourself. I don't think that the court's going to step in. I don't think you're going to have any kind of problems because the mom is overreacting. But at the same time, it probably should be a note to you that you shouldn't ever get a kiss on the lips from this 4-year-old that's not biologically your own child. And you're not even the stepmom. You're just the girlfriend that lives there.
Some people won't care. This won't be an issue. But you're running into half of the audience. I mean, half the audience and saying, "Don't kiss my kid on the lips."
And Chicago Lulu says, I don't think the mom overreacted.
Yeah, I mean, it may be a little inappropriate to the mom, but if this woman is there raising your kid when your kid is with your ex, it's different than just some stranger pecking your kid on the lips. Like, she's saying she's helping to raise this kid.
Do I think calling someone a sex offender for this is over the top? Yes. Do I think you should be kissing lips? No, because people freak out by that stuff.
Yeah. So this is probably a note to a lot of people out there that you might get kind of the same kind of reaction on that. So a little caution, and I would warn this girlfriend from doing that again, because I don't think the reaction's going to change.
Yeah, no, definitely don't do it again. You don't want the kid to have to see his mom freaking out like this again.
Right.
Well, it already sounds like tensions are high regardless.
Yep.
So I would just
Maybe have baby daddy be there for kid exchanges. I know sometimes it's difficult with work schedules, but this woman, the mother of this son, is going to just find fault in everything she does, the new girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
but don't give her any ammunition.
remove yourself from the situation, possibly.
And I wonder how much of a difference if you change it. It was like the stepdad kissing the daughter on the lips. I bet
Whoa.
people would be even more angrier, Virginia.
Yeah, it's a
Probably.
man.
Well, we know how you feel about men.
Got another mama got some drama here about confronting her daughter's softball coach on explicit song lyrics. Apparently, he's playing songs with inappropriate language, including some racial slurs during practices and before the games. And these are girls that play 12 and under softball. And I feel like it's completely inappropriate. And I'm thinking about confronting the coach, but my husband is like, please don't. It's not that big a deal. It's life. You know, those kind of things happen. And I don't want any kind of retaliation. Who knows? He might bench our daughter. There might be some kind of issues. But I just feel like it's inappropriate. And it's actually kind of embarrassing to be on this team as other parents are walking by and hearing these songs.
Dude, if you are coaching kids under the age of 12 and you're playing music with F-bombs and racial slurs in it, you're doing it wrong.
But the kids love it.
I get it. The kids would love to eat ice cream all day, too, and you don't let the kids do that as well. It's not the right move. It doesn't look good. You can play so much other music.
Yeah.
And if you want to call me an old dinosaur, that's fine. But, yeah, if you're in a public forum and you're
Right.
coaching little kids, racial slurs and F-bombs, you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah, no, you're right. I coached a girls softball team this very age, and I think I set my own personal best record in sprints when somehow the song Monster got dropped into my kids' playlist. And I heard it going off. I'm like, why is this song in here? And oh my gosh, I was all the way in the outfield. I made the home plate in probably 2.3 seconds.
I'm just saying, coaching kids for as long as I did, you are just asking for unless you love headaches and you love to get into fights with people and argue all the time, play your music and see how that goes.
You can
for
maybe mention, you don't have to make a whole big deal. I think a lot of times approach is everything. People are over dramatic and act like you've killed somebody. You don't have to go with that. Just be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. This is kind of embarrassing. Can we have a different playlist or take some of these songs out with these lyrics?
Oh, there'll be people who disagree with me on this. They're going to go, Bird, you're soft, but
Would you say something, Virginia? Nobody else seems to be stepping up and saying anything.
I don't know if I would. But
Okay.
you know, I'm set a little different. I don't think that language is anything to get that bent about. And I think so many songs have cursing in them now.
personally, I don't say anything.
I
but
don't say anything.
Internally, I'm going, you're doing it wrong. I don't say anything.
It's not really something that sets me off. I do giggle about it because, yeah, if it's like young kids playing softball, that's weird.
It's one of them things where don't be shocked if you get heat from people.
I'm not going to give you heat. I'm going to giggle about it.
I won't give you heat either, but I'd be shocked if somebody didn't.
Okay, well, sound off. Would you say something, confront the coach on their explicit song lyrics? And a majority of people on KBJ TV would. Small majority, though. It's only 53%.
And I bet some people wouldn't say anything, but they probably would think it's inappropriate.
Yeah, and to me, look, I will tell you that the one thing I do remember from the old softball days is teams get reputations. And there would be certain teams we would play and be like, ugh, they are the worst. And their fans would be awful. They would heckle the kids. Some of them would name call these little girls, and you would have confrontations in the stands. And it got so unnecessarily ugly sometimes. And to me, when you have a coach that's doing that with those kind of lyrics, your team then kind of gets that reputation. And you're representing your community, because a lot of these softball games, especially on the travel softball circuit, you're playing teams from different states or from different parts of Florida.
Well, it's kind of like when you talk about the show, if there's something, you go through a process mentally and you'll ask yourself, can I defend this decision? And these days, there's clean versions for a lot of these songs. If the commissioner or the person of the league was to confront me, I don't have a lot to stand on, because there are clean versions I could be playing. So my excuse would just be, I want to play edgy music for the kids. That doesn't hold water.
No, it doesn't. And sometimes you might be able to go to either, if you're playing, say, for instance, my daughter had played for all the little local communities like the Gardens Gators or Wellington Wild. You can sometimes go and talk to whoever's running the league, and they may actually be like, hey, we've gotten some comments, so it doesn't come back on you
There you
individually.
go. That's the way to do
Yeah,
it.
and even a tournament director, if you're at a tournament, you could say something, be like, hey, this is kind of odd because I want to tell on my own coach, but could you go say something to him about the lyrics that he's playing so I'm not the bad guy?
Yeah, and I don't want people to get it twisted. I ain't no prude, but I mean, this was what I did before I got into radio, and the idea of playing songs with racial slurs and F-bombs in it for kids that are under the age of 12 would be an insane thing to do.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's insane.
It is pretty insane. Yeah. So, yeah, he's not doing the right thing. He's not in the right. But the question is how much do you bow up and try to be the person that changes how things go?
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.